Steelers Nation, let's get it, man. Training camp, we right on the heels of this thing, man. And with that being the case, I figured, man, we'll, spend a little time today just talking about a couple of players that I'm very excited to see this season. But more importantly, I want to see them in training camp, man, because this is that time of year, baby. So go ahead, hit that like button on the front end and don't forget to subscribe, all right? First player, though, that I'm most excited about watching this year, obviously starting out at training camp, starts up with the quarterback, man, Russell Wilson, right? We know he was the big off-season acquisition. I mean, yes, Justin Fields is here and we're excited about him as well, but we all would agree that if this goes the way that it's supposed to go, it should be Russ's show early on. And if he does what he's supposed to do, we shouldn't see Justin Fields at all this year. But at the same time, we know it starts in training camp. It starts in Latrobe, and Russ is going to have to show that he still is that guy. And I'm excited to see that, man, because I know Justin Fields is working. I know Justin Fields is an elite talent. And that's the reason why we're so excited about Fields. But if Russ is who we think he is, if Russ is who he says he is, and if all of this stuff that, he talked about this offseason in terms of wanting to get championships and playing for multiple seasons, if that is the case, well, we need to see that, man, once we start training camp up, man. So that's the first guy that I'm super excited to see in training camp, man, because like I said, if he can be where we think he is, man, that is just going to open up so many doors for us this season, man, and we need that in a major way, all right? The second guy, though, that your boy is excited to see, man, is George Pickens. Yeah. GP, I mean, why not? This is one of those young guys that we've talked about, took that sophomore step, and it was a massive step, really came onto the scene from a national perspective as well. And we even saw to the point where statistically, right, got his first 1,000-yard season and looked exceptional at times, man. Run after catch, highlight real capabilities, elite catch radius, and all these other things, right? But at the same time, we felt like, he could still be a lot better. We talked about some of the route running, some of the little details with it to just generate more separation and become a little bit more quarterback friendly. Well, guess what? That was with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitch Trubisky. Now this man has Russell Wilson that he's going to be working with, right? That's the part for me, man, that just has me even more hyped about what he's going to be able to do, because we know Russ has had a exceptional career doing what? Delivering the deep ball, right? Putting that up there and letting a DK Metcalf, letting a Tyler Lockett, letting a Doug Baldwin, letting any of these other guys, right, come through and make plays. Well, I think GP is just as, or if not more talented than all of those guys. So now let's see Kenny actually put it together, though, because Deontay Johnson is gone now, right? Nobody on that other side, as we stand today, making any type of, distractions to keep GP from getting his targets and from getting the attention from the defense. So for me, I just think for him, this is his chance, man, but it needs to start in training camp, man. I want to see it from the beginning all the way to the time when the season hits. Let's not play around. You know who's going to be trying to get at you. JPJ. We know Corey Trice. We know Dante Jackson. We know all the guys are going to want a piece of him. And that's all fine. If GP is who we think he is, man, it's going to be an exciting training camp, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, there's one other person on the office side of the ball that I can't wait to talk about, can't wait to watch. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to see him in training camp, but I know when the season gets here, I should see a lot of him. And that's Mr. 22. Mr. I'm on the cusp of Steelers rushing history. Has a chance to get in that top 5 Steelers all-time rushing list with another 1,000-yard season. I mean, I'm talking JuJu Harris. Yes. Yeah, why not? I mean, he has the offensive line. He has the quarterback. He has a coordinator that specializes in using guys like him and offenses like this to get the most production about him. It's also contract time, right? Put up or shut up. We say, man, we've seen how of lately that running back market has changed a little bit. We've seen Saquon Barkley get paid, Josh Jacobs get paid, Ramondre Stevenson get paid, just to name a few. That's the part for me where if it's JuJu Harris, how does he react to that? I mean, you got some that are going to pout, be upset about it. Oh, you ain't picking my 5th-year option. These other guys are getting paid. Woe is me. But then you got the other guys that are like, hey, man, you've just opened up the door for me to get even more money. Because if you would have picked up my option, I'm kind of capped on that, right? If you go to tag me, that's a different conversation. But as it stands today, I mean, we've seen how that money is being dispersed for that position. So for Najee, man, I think every incentive is for him to go out there and have an exceptional year and fully utilize these pieces that are around him, man, because this is going to be arguably the best personnel-wise offense that he's had in terms of offensive line, quarterback, receivers. That's the part where I'm excited about him. Now, we know Jaylen Warren is going to have his. But if Najee wants to be the guy that gets paid, if Najee wants to be the bell cow, if Najee wants to continue to, be the guy here, starts in training camp, because 30 is going to be providing a ton of pressure. And we're going to have to see, man, can he keep 30 up off of him, or is 30 going to surpass him? But that's the one right there, man. Najee Harris, I cannot wait to watch, especially in training camp. But if not in training camp, once this regular season gets here, baby. All right, now, can we talk on defense? I only got a couple guys on defense, all right? I didn't get a couple of these offensive guys, and I know it's all well and good, but hey, we finally got people to talk about over there. Salute them, all right? But now let's talk about that defense, and yes, Patrick Queen. I cannot wait to watch this man. Why? I mean, first off, I was just watching tape of him, AFC Championship game, flying around making plays. You obviously know he came over here, man. He's been chirping back and forth with some of his old Ratbird teammates. Love the energy. Then on top of that, man, he's a dude that is just a vocal leader, a guy that when you watch him in practice, obviously I got a chance to see him in the OTA setting for the Steelers this spring. Man, he's the dude that flies around, makes plays, and he leads those guys, man. He is the guy. He is the one that will be the centerpiece and kind of that calming presence, the person that we technically haven't had really do that since Ryan Shazier. I truly feel that Patrick Queen will be able to do a lot of things to just make us feel relieved and at peace with that position, man, because we know it's been some uncertainty there, man, the past couple of seasons, and the production has been inconsistent as well. But I do feel like with Patrick Queen, his ability to be sideline to sideline, his ability to blitz, and his overall just physicality, the demeanor in which he plays football, I think all of these things are going to be a breath of fresh air. And when you're talking about pairing him next to a Landon Roberts, a Cole Holcomb, a Peyton Wilson, whoever, Patrick Queen is ready. And I think that he is going to be one of those guys that's playing with a chip on his shoulder, because he's going to want to prove that not only did he take less to come here, but he's worth more than some of these other guys getting paid at the same position. And the production will show that. And he's not just a product of Roquan Smith, man. And that's one of the other things that I can't wait for him to go out there and be able to prove as well, man. But yeah, he's definitely one of those guys for me that I'm super excited to see. And then the last guy, even though I could go on for hours and hours and hours about some of these other players, right? The last guy that I'm super excited to see come training camp. Can I talk about Joey Porter Jr.? Yes, why not? It's JPJ, man. Let's be real. He brings a lot to the table, man. We saw what he did last year. Slow start in the sense of the rollout, not in sense of his production. No. Don't confuse the two. But when he finally got out there, man, and he started to get more and more reps, we started to see, hey, man, this kid is actually nice. And then we obviously know this offseason, chatter, right? Letting people know how he feels about himself. Well, hey, man, that's all well and good. You put that target on your back, but just like your daddy, he backed it up. So I'm ready to see, can you continue to back it up? And I think that he can, man. When you talk about what he brings, we know the length, we know the physicality, the overall aggressiveness that he plays a position with, ball skills, all of these things, man. That's what makes him him, and that's why he was able to thrive as a rookie. But now that target is on his back. Now there's been more film on him. Now people have heard the press clippings about how good this young player was and the people that he locked up. So he's going to have to make sure that he can stand on that for the whole season from start to finish, man. And he got an animal that he's going to be dealing with in training camp by the name of George Pickens. And that's the thing for me, man, that I'm like, yo, that's good on good, iron sharpening iron. And those are going to be key reps for both of those guys. But I do feel like for JPJ, it's going to be even more important for him, man, because he has to hit the ground running, man. We're looking at him as being our guy on the back end, man. We ain't had one of them in a minute now. It's going to feel good. It feels good, baby, but we need that, man. We're going to need it from start to finish. So that's why JPJ is the guy that I am super duper excited to see come training camp. But more importantly, man, he's going to have to live up to every single thing that's coming with him come regular season time as well, man. But go ahead in the comment section, man. Let me know a couple of players, man, that you guys are most excited to see once training camp is starting, man. Some on offense, some on defense. Don't discriminate on me, man. Don't just give me all offense and no defense. And don't give me all defense and no offense, all right? Dang, drop a few names in the comment section, man. We're trying to have some dialogue with this thing, all right? But either way, you know I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new to the family, man, subscribe. But either way, you know I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.